A lot of my research focuses on the E-mini S&P and E-mini Nasdaq. For Cobra III, I want to show you the latest trades today on the E-mini S&P, and then we're going to go over how it works on the Dow Jones, E-mini Dow Jones contract. So Cobra III E-mini S&P, here it is, hit its profit target today. You see all the volatility in this market. Market keeps trying to sell off, but it continues to be, the dip buyers continue to step in, so it's hard to capture a big short move in this market. The counter trend move upwards is a larger part of the trend today so far than the downtrend. So the Cobra III E-mini S&P captured its, hit its profit target pretty quickly, pretty easily today for another new equity peak in this strategy. Here are the latest results. Up on 75% on the year. Trades are profitable. Total profit is 76.1250 after slippage and commission. 134 average trade profit going back to August of 2020. Let's look at it on the Nasdaq. Just to represent this though on the E-mini S&P, here it is without the profit target. So critical to have that profit target in there. This market just moves all over the place. So yesterday it hit its profit target on the profit target version, stopped out on the non-profit target version. Today it would have been stopped out on the non-profit target version for the short side. So critical to have that profit target version right here, which is what we're looking at. Let's look at it on the Nasdaq. So this $600 profit target version continues to struggle, and it's intuitive that a larger stop loss would work. In many cases, as you see here, this stop loss stopped out here. Right here, a bigger stop loss would not have worked. You would have just lost more. Right here, a bigger stop loss would have worked. So let's double the stop loss. This is going back 7 months on the Nasdaq. After we do this, we're going to go over the Dow. So I'm going to go in Format, Strategies, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to change the stop loss to 1200. And this is with the profit targets of 1400 on the long side, 2900 on the short side. And so let's take a look. Huge difference. It would hit a profit target here. It would hit a profit target here. So using a double the size profit target for the current market environment, this is what the conclusion we've come to. This is the conclusion that we thought we would see over time. We needed more data as we move forward in a higher volatility environment to take a look at this. So this would be the best setup right now in this type of volatility. One of the next things I'm going to test though is a different stop loss for the shorts versus a stop loss for the longs. The profit target on the shorts is larger, so we could maybe get away with a smaller stop loss on the longs. That's something that I'm going to check before I make a decision in how it would work in the portfolios. Now back to the Dow. This is running with a $300 stop loss, $400 profit target, and this is no slippage in commission. $90 average trade profit on the Dow, E-mini Dow futures. And like I said, I don't watch the Dow futures much, but you know, I just pulled up 7 months of this, and if you test further back, there's more volatility in the equity curve prior to the last 7 months. The last 7 months this has done well, but I want to show you something. If you're like to trade with really small stops and are really risk averse, you could trade this with a $200. And keep in mind, I changed the R1 to 20 because it's related to point value. So 10 times what we have S&P of 2 points, use R1 of 20. $200 stop loss, $200 profit target, and you also want to make sure that you have use look inside bar back testing 1 minute. So we're doing that, and so you know, if you want to trade with a $200 stop loss the last 7 months, this can work. Average trade profit is pretty small, but your largest losing trade is $200, and your biggest winning trade is $200. So you could test a $600 drawdown here. Really nice equity curve. This is the mode of this market right now. It did lose today, and so these are fast trades. Whenever you trade with tight stops and tight profit targets, you're typically in and out pretty quickly. So this is one additional option you can trade with if you you have Cobra 3 and you want to trade the mini Dow. You can do it with you can do it with these settings. I'm going to show you those real quick. Studies, edit strategies. This is TradeStation 10, and so here are these settings. And let me know if you have issues setting this up on your side. If you're on Eastern Standard Time, I encourage you to set your clock to Eastern Standard Time so you can just match my settings. Down here, I'm talking about this clock right here, and $200. This is 20. This is 200. This is 200, and some other settings work as well. You could use 300 and 300. I'm going to show you that real quick. 300 and 300. This will get you a bigger average trade profit. You're at 61 now. You go to 85. You double your drawdown here. You get this equity curve. But average trade profit is critical. And so these are some of the settings you can use. If you trade Cobra 3 and you want to trade the Dow as well, this is some of the settings you can take a look at. Be sure to do some further back tests. I'm actually going to do that now. If you do further back tests, the equity curve won't look as good. So I'm going to go back. Your data settings, need to change data 4 to ym.d. The first data 1 should be at ym21.d. So let's go back 3 years. And let's see what the results show. So here are the results. 43.72 average trade profit, a little bit small. 24.90 drawdown. Here is the equity curve. Again, this is without slippage and commission, and it starts to do really well over the past year, March of 2020. Your average trade profit is going to be higher in this time period. You can see that on the periodical returns. If you go in here, last 12 months, 135 trades, $8,800. You can see there. Last 12 months, average trade profit is about $65. We can also test one more thing, and then I'm going to end this video. Let's see. Let's test the $400 profit target. Whenever you increase the profit target and stop loss, you can get higher and higher average trade profits. $9,800, another $1,000 over the past 12 months. Your average trade profit doesn't go up much. Let's make sure. Let's refresh this. Sometimes you have to hit this refresh button. So, yeah, your average trade profit goes up because you're at $9,800 now instead of $8,800 on the same number of trades, and your equity curve is high. Has done really well over the past year. So if you want to lock into this mode, you can do that. It won't work as well without a profit target, just like the other markets. So one thing you can look at if you want to trade the E-mini Dow is to trade Cobra 3. E-mini S&P, E-mini Nasdaq, and apply these settings right here to your setup.